Killua, thanks a lot. Gon, you're light itself.
How much will you have to pay? It's too much!
It's okay. I'm fine. I'm actually kind of happy.
Hunter x Hunter is one of the most profoundly beautiful shows I have ever seen in my life, and that applies to all genres. In today's video, I just wanted to shed some light onto what in my opinion is the greatest anime of all time, and delve into the stunningly beautiful but also dark and twisted world of Hunter x Hunter. So join me as I break down what makes this show so amazing and the reason why I hold it so dear to my heart. This is the beauty of Hunter x Hunter. The world of Hunter x Hunter is vast, detailed and incredibly imaginative. From the dangerous hunter's exam, all the way to the mysterious phantom troop in York New City. The world feels alive and lived in, with each arc introducing us to new layers of complexity and unlocking new areas for us to explore with Gon and Killua. Every location is so richly developed and they all have their own cultures, rules and challenges to overcome. It's such an immersive landscape and the animation is just breathtaking. And then there's the power system. Called Nen, for me this is the best power system I have seen in any anime. It's an ability in which different categories such as enhancement, manipulation and conjuration can be used, and the system is flexible yet incredibly structured. In order for characters to win fights, they must use their intelligence and strategy, unless you're Zushi. That guy is the straight go and could beat anything with a pulse. But besides Zushi, the fact all fights require strategy make it so much more engaging than the standard power system seen in other shonen series across the genre. Nen is based on the concept of manipulating life energy or aura, and divides abilities into 6 distinct categories. Each of these categories has clear strengths and limitations, ensuring that not one type is overpowered. Characters must learn to work within the boundaries of their Nen type, which means we get creative problem solving mid-fights, which are just amazing to watch. And I love the fact that Nen is a rare ability, and it isn't known about until the Nen training arc, as it created mystery for the audience as we had no idea what this strange power Hisoka and Chairman Netero were using. I mean, I just thought they were on some hardcore steroids or something, but it turns out it's a power that isn't commonly known about in the Hunter x Hunter world, but is an ability that most people can learn with the right training. And once Gon and Killua master it, it's incredibly satisfying to see, and when they sense another Nen user nearby, it builds up so much tension as we know it is most likely about to go down. Gon and Killua have arguably the best depiction of friendship I have ever seen. The two are opposites in many ways. Gon is optimistic, kind-hearted and naive, while Killua is cold and calculated due to his upbringing in the Zoldyck household. But their contrasting personalities complement each other's so well. Gon's optimism and warmth helps to bring out Killua's more humane and emotional side, while Killua's intelligence and protective nature keep Gon grounded and safe in dangerous situations. Killua, who grew up in a cold and abusive environment, had never had a true friend before meeting Gon. His friendship with Gon teaches him how to trust others, care for someone, and experience real companionship. The two friends change one another's lives forever, and Killua's cry for Gon after he pushes the limits of Nen is truly heart-wrenching and an incredibly intense scene. These moments are beautiful not only because of their emotional intensity, but because they represent growth, understanding, and the transformation we've seen these characters go through. And the show is about human nature and personal growth just as much as it is about the epic fight scenes. The beauty lies in the show's refusal to give us any easy answers. For example, Gon, after seeking vengeance for so long, isn't satisfied or saved by it. It shows that sometimes achieving your goals doesn't lead to peace or happiness. That happiness lies in the friendship Gon creates with Killua, and not his overwhelming lust for revenge. The bond between these two characters is so heartwarming and gives you almost this nostalgic feeling of being a kid again. The transformation we see these two undergo directly because of each other just demonstrates the emotional depth that this show is packed with. There are so many amazing arcs in Hunter x Hunter. Now, I won't get too much into plot as I know some people watching might not have seen the show, and to those who haven't, I encourage you to watch it as soon as possible. But there's a reason on Screen Rant's top 15 anime arcs of all time, Hunter x Hunter has 2 separate arcs on their list, with the Chimera Ant arc coming in at number 1. The Chimera Ant arc is genuinely some of the best television I have ever seen. Each episode slows down to dive deeply into every character's thoughts and emotions. It's handled masterfully, giving weight to each moment. Even when the action slows down, the tension and stakes remain so high, and we get some of the greatest fights in anime history. It also does a marvellous job at showing us the power scale, as we very quickly learn that Gon and Killua are way out of their depths. But it's not just this arc, the York New City arc, Greed Island, Heaven's Arena, and many more, they are all superb. The consistency in this show is just incredible. Every episode is immersive and part of a larger plot, and the side characters such as Leorio and Kurapiko can carry episodes all by themselves. The vast array of different characters who are all fleshed out and fascinating means we don't just rely on Gon to carry the plot. It also means that we see things from different perspectives, and each arc feels so rewarding as the payoffs at the end are evident as we see our characters incorporate what they have learned in future battles. The show is also visually stunning and uses music to enhance the emotional atmosphere. Whether it's the haunting soundtrack during tense moments or the silence in key emotional ones, they do a superb job at setting the scene, and the show even has some genuinely laugh out loud moments. It's a show that does everything right for me, and every single episode and arc has a satisfying payoff. One of the standout features of Hunter x Hunter for me is the villains. Many of them are not purely evil, instead they operate in morally grey areas. Their actions are often driven by personal goals or complex motivations that make them more than just antagonists for our heroes to be. For example, Muriam, the king of the Chimera Ants, starts off as a ruthless, seemingly monstrous character. However, as the Chimera Ant arc progresses, he evolves into a complex figure, grappling with the nature of humanity, compassion, and his own existence. His relationship with Komugi, a blind girl, reveals a gentler, introspective side to his character, leading to his growth and then finally his tragic realization. He was a character that was capable of defeating anyone, but in the end, this seemingly monstrous person learns human emotion and dies next to the only thing that he's ever loved. And every villain in the series feels intimidating. One of my biggest complaints to shows such as Black Clover is I never felt like any lives were at stake during conflict. However, Hunter x Hunter is jam-packed with unexpected deaths and plot twists, and hopefully the show will continue one day, as I cannot wait to see Gon vs Hizuka or Chrollo vs Kurapiko. And then there's the infamous Phantom Troop, a group of criminals who operate like a well-oiled machine, each member having their own unique ability, working under their leader Chrollo, who is also a brilliant strategist who carefully plans his moves, making him an incredibly dangerous foe for our heroes to deal with. And who can forget when Kurapiko brought a shovel to a deathmatch? I mean, that is just insane. But the villain who we have barely brushed the surface with within the show is Hizuka, a twisted man with questionable behaviour towards Gon and Killua. He's a character with a lust to fight the most powerful Nen users, and he can see the potential in both Gon and Killua, so he often helps them. However, not due to the kindness of his heart, rather so he can keep them alive to see what their potential will be. In the manga, we see an epic battle between himself and Chrollo, which I'm hoping will one day be animated, and the depth this character has is just immense. He has an extremely freaky and uneasy vibe to him and always creates an enormous amount of tension in his scenes. He is so unhinged and we have no idea what he's going to do next, or really what he's capable of. We meet him during the Hunter exam arc and he pops up throughout the story. He's an imposing villain who almost just watches everything from the shadows. He's never at the forefront, but you always know that he's there. Its tension the writers have been building up for a huge climax, however due to the author of the manga's health deteriorating, the source material was stopped, therefore meaning so did the anime. However, with the manga being started up again, we have hope that the anime will return soon, giving us the payoff we have all been waiting for. The beauty of Hunter x Hunter comes down to its vibrant world, its unique and fascinating characters, its portrayal of human emotions, and so much more. It's an anime that is truly one of a kind, and I could go over so many points as to why it's so good. It's a series rich in narrative that resonates on so many emotional levels. This combination of intricate storytelling, emotion, and artistry makes it not only the most beautiful animated series I've ever seen, but also my favourite anime of all time. And if you haven't seen this show, consider yourself lucky, because I wish I could watch it for the very first time all over again. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, as we are nearly at 5,000 subscribers, so it would mean the world if you did. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.